Well, doingitlocal.com is keeping up to date on all that is green, as we all should be doing. And sure enough, we have a green fair going on at the Stamford Marriott down on Tresser Boulevard in Stamford going on today, and green drinks this afternoon. That is to say the 17th from 6 until 9 o'clock. And of course, one of the instigators is none other than Daphne Dixon, who's here. Daphne, congratulations. You've got a good crowd working, and it's very, very early. And this is in advance of passing along some of the awards to some of those who have done such a great job in greening up their areas.
Yes, today is the 3rd annual Fairfield County Green Fair, and it's opened up today with lots of exhibitors, and we've started with the Green Coast Awards. There's 35 businesses throughout Fairfield County who have won these awards. They're being recognized here today.
So that's kind of the business-to-business portion of the affair.
It is.
That's early on in the afternoon, and then for the general public, they can come in any time, but in particular, green drinks comes at 6 till 9, right?
Yes, tonight we have the largest green drinks in Connecticut. It's from 6 to 9 here at the Marriott. It's free admission. We'll have about 35 exhibitors. We'll have a jazz trio, a no-host bar, free appetizers. It should be a lot of fun. We have Steve Grosso here with us, and he is really...
Hello there, Steve Grosso.
He is the co-partner in Stamford Green Drinks, and a big reason why it is the largest green drinks in Connecticut.
Steve, would you just run across these people and rudely step in front of them all? I like that.
Sorry.
We tried to have him not do that, but he insisted on doing it. Sorry, folks. Hey, Steve, congratulations. This is something that has been growing, obviously, over the last 3 years.
Yes, it has actually. It's Stamford Green Drinks. I've been involved about a year and a half now. We have a very steady, very good group of people. It's very casual, and we love it. So we continue to do it. We continue to promote it and get good people, and it's the best thing in town.
Are we feeling a response in the community and in the environment, if you will, to this concept?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, I'm an architect in town, so I'm very involved with the building industry. And
so LEED is very important to you.
Well, we won't go there, but it's very, people know about it. People come to it. It's not here every month. They're not there every month, but they're certainly there quite often, and it's great. We love it.
Well, you have some business partners who come and participate on a regular basis. And Steve, if I could have you fade to black here and welcome Frank Orzechowski over here from Cartridge World. Come on over here, Frank, if you will.
Thank you.
And we should say that Frank has been involved in this for a couple of years anyway. Cartridge World is one of those facilities that, in fact, enables people to reuse those print cartridges that they have thought they exhausted anyway.
That's right. Reuse is one of the highest forms of environmental responsibility, and that's what we do every day wherever possible. So if we can reuse a product, we will do that. If we can't, we make sure that it's responsibly recycled.
Now, I shudder to think how many cartridges get put into landfills, land dumps and so forth on a daily basis. You have some kind of a figure?
Well, on an annual basis, we know that approximately 350 million cartridges get deposited in landfills in North America alone. And further, that number continues to increase by about 12% each year.
That's about 1 million a day in North America alone.
In North America alone, that's correct.
Cartridge World is obviously assisting in that regard and doing it in an economically friendly way too, which is critical to having that success.
It is. In addition to the savings that we provide, which is about 30% off of retail price, we estimate that we're keeping between 7 and 9 million cartridges out of landfills each year. So, we think we're doing our part to really help the environment, and we continue to push it every day. It's part of what we live and breathe every day we get to work.
It is great to see you. Thank you very much for being with us, Frank, and keep up the good work. Cartridge World in Stamford and in Danbury, and we appreciate you stopping by today.
Great, thanks for having me.
Now, over here, we're going even greener, if you will, or even brighter. So if I can get you and Carolyn Humphreys to change places, because Carolyn has Sunlight Solar, and solar is definitely one of the focal points of the green revolution, isn't it?
Absolutely. People are looking for alternatives to really high utility rates, and we're one of the only options other than continuing to pay these, excruciating bills every month.
Now, how effective are you finding the word getting out? And let's face it, it's got to be economically viable for folks to do this.
Right. Well, it's economically viable, so you're right. The largest impediment is people don't know about the incentives. We've got, for the first time ever in Connecticut, incentives from the Connecticut Clean Energy Fund, which I think you'll be speaking to next, Jillian. And they're providing clean energy incentives for solar hot water, solar electricity, and for residential, commercial, non-for-profit, and municipal projects for the first time ever. So we're pretty excited. There's really not anything we can't do now.
Well, that is very exciting. And are you finding more residential folks getting interested and having the impetus to do this now?
Well, it's interesting because we've always had a strong residential base, and we had trouble without an incentive for commercial for a brief period. So now that that's back, we're going to have a lot more businesses getting on board. We didn't have incentives for solar hot water. People have been slow to learn about them. They've been around for about a year, but they were recently pumped up because they're American Recovery and Reinvestment Act funds. And if we don't use them, we have to give them back to the federal government. Nobody wants to see that.
Sure.
So right now, they're at amazing levels, particularly for commercial. There's an extremely brief payback period that makes almost every commercial entity that looks into solar hot water, it has to be a hot water user, like a brewery or a bar or a restaurant or a daycare. They have such a short payback, they'd be sort of crazy not to do this. So it's super easy. It's just getting the information out to people that is sort of a challenge.
Very exciting. And Sunlight Solar is located where, Carolyn?
Our main office is in Milford, but we cover the entire state and parts of Connecticut. Parts of New York.
Absolutely. Very nice to see you. Wish you the best. And you're going to be around for the green drinks this evening as well.
I'll be here till 9.
Excellent.
Great to see you again.
Until she cries. I like that. Jillian, come on over here, will you please? Connecticut Clean Energy Fund. Really instrumental in providing that impetus, if you will, for people and organizations and so forth to get more green, if you will.
Right. Well, we're here today to promote the Community Innovation Grants Program, and this particular town fair, Green, has been funded through that grant program of the Clean Energy Fund.
Now, what does that mean? What is that actually doing?
Well, the Community Innovation Grant Program provides microgrants to towns in the state of Connecticut to promote clean energy awareness and education through local projects, through a grant giving process. And it's designed for energy fairs like this. Anything that really spreads the word of clean energy and sustainability as a whole.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are getting a larger and larger crowd, and obviously a lot of participants as well showing off their wares and their concern for the environment and greening up things, so it's working.
Yes. The Community Innovation Grants Program is really doing great things, and this is actually the first event of its type to bring together towns in an exhibition like this and to share best practices and display what they've done through their clean energy efforts in the state.
How can people get in touch with you all?
We have a website, ctcleanenergy.com. We have a Facebook page, so you should friend us on Facebook. And we have various other ways. The phone is always...
That phone, yeah. ctcleanenergy.com. Thank you, Jillian. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we've got a big day going on here, and green drinks this evening, 6 to 9 o'clock. There will be a jazz combo here. There will be drinks. There will be all kinds of information to help you and me green up our lives and hopefully assist in saving the environment. As we're trying to do on doingitlocal.com, and for doingitlocal.com, I'm David Smith.